Well, hello there, and welcome to issue number 68. And this issue is all about the Sagittarius dragon. And as you can see on the caption beforehand to this video, are all the dates you have to be to fall into this Western and Eastern Zodiac combination. If you've got any questions, any queries, anything at all to do with this this combination, just give me a message on here, or inbox me, or I say right on my wall, and I'll be gladly, answering you as quick as possible. Normally get back pretty quickly, so hopefully you're not waiting about for any reply. So as I say, I'll do my very best to get back promptly and with the best answers that I can give you. Okay, let's start straight away. What have we got? We've got the dragon, the mythical, fantastic, confrontational creature, but ultimately brilliant and very revered with all the Chinese astrology, capable of absolute brilliance, but also capable of complete self-destruction and mass arrogance that they can implode on themselves. So that's what we've got, and it's meeting the very thoughtful, deep, but also a nice fun loving side of the Sagittarian. Although they are a deep character, they are a fire sign, they're very deep, but they still have that element of fun and that bit of that love of danger and that love of big friendship circles. So does this lessen it up for the dragon? I mean, the dragons, yes, they make friends very easily, because they're quite disarming, very charming, they've got a lovely smile, and as I say, they can make you feel sort of like pretty comforted, and secure and quite warm when you're not really sure why, but you feel this nice a natural vibe there, which betrays really what's going on in the dragon's mind. The dragon seeks perfection in itself and in everybody, so they put themselves under a lot of undue stress, capable, as I say, of magnificent things, capable of doing so well at school, but with the dragon there's a tendency to clash with authority, and with the Sagittarians, if there's something they don't quite agree with, or they look very deeply into subjects, and if there's something they don't quite agree with, or a head teacher or something of that ilk that they don't agree with, then they won't study. They simply dig their heels in and they won't study, and they just do it for the hell of, I can do this, you're not going to stop me. So we've really got to look at this combination for that side of them, and it will come through. The older they get, the more this will come through. Don't get me wrong, they're going to make so many friends, it's going to be unbelievable. They're going to be easy to approach, they're going to be good fun to be around, they're going to have their dark moments, but they don't tend to show so many people around them. They might have one or two very close associates that know about these dark moments, but on the whole, no, the majority of their friends won't. Dragons are very difficult children to control, basically, because they feel as though, I want to make a mistake, I want to find out for myself. They're not great listeners in that sense, especially from their parents or older siblings or aunts or uncles, anything like that, grandparents. They really do tend to struggle with the concept of, okay, you're the adult, you know best, and this is how they are in their school years, going into the college years and the university years. That's indeed if they decide to stay there. This is again one of those things that could really pop into their mind. They could do very well at college and then say, right, I'm having 3 or 4 years off, I'm going to go travelling, I'm going to go off, and hey, they're quite capable of doing this, changing environments very quickly, and cultures they can change, they can just move into a culture seamlessly, you know, very easily, and just mix in with the surroundings. But we have to look at this combination. They can have this, you know, an over-aggressive streak, a tenacious streak, where they will clash with employees, employers, you know, capable of being fantastic chefs, great architects, but they all have to have a boss, and this is the thing that the Sagittarian dragon finds hard to grasp. They would love to be their own boss, and there are some out there that are, but, you know, we all have to answer to somebody. There's always somebody, whether you freelance, there's a company that you freelance off, and you really have to toe the line sometimes. That's just the way it is. They find it very difficult. They bite their lip for so long, and they feel as though, you know, there'll be some sort of slight in their character, or they're being mistreated ever so slightly. They take it very deeply. They take it very deeply, and they can get a bit vengeful, and they can say, right, boom, that's it. They walk away. Yes, they can walk away from relationships very quickly, and as I said, they can walk away from family life. They could have got into family life young. I don't advise that for the dragon, especially the dragon-Sag combination. I advise them to sort of do the travelling, do their exploring, and you know, just do what they feel, the stress relief, do the things that you know, that's going to make them more comfortable with themselves inside, because if they go into that relationship early, they seek perfection. They put too much pressure on their partner, there's too much pressure on them, and ultimately, you know, there's conflicts. And as I said, if you don't listen to the dragon, you know, it doesn't matter how repetitive they can be, you know, if you don't listen to them, if you feel as though they're nagging you, and you sort of copper deafen, you sort of think, oh no, they will walk, they will go, because they need respect, they need to feel they're in charge. You know, they're not a bully, they're not, by no means a bully. They can be very, very generous and very caring, but they have to feel like they've got control. The Sagittarian, even though a free spirit in mind, they're very deep thinkers, and they like to have control, especially over their destiny, where they're going to end up. They're not great ones for surprises in a relationship, or unpredictability. So this is a very, very tricky combination, and I like, you know, I like them to wait until they're at least later 20s before they think, hey, I'm ready to meet that special person or get into that serious relationship. And you know, this is when we see the best of the dragon Sagittarius, when they're in that solid relationship later on. As for toeing the line, my real advice for the Sagittarian dragon is, yes, we all have somebody to answer to. You know, whether it's the finished drawings, or whether it's the finished menu, or whatever it is, you know, we have to please somebody. Somebody is still the governor somewhere, even if it's our customers that come through the door. Just bite your tongue. Meditation's very good. Don't put yourself under that perfection pedestal. Don't put yourself on that, because nobody is perfect. You know, and don't take slights to your nature as people being nasty. Just take it as a little bit of criticism or whatever. Take it on the chin. Learn to meditate. I think this is very important for this combination. Move away from it. Move away from it. Have a few minutes to yourself. Meditation's excellent. Or, you know, get into your sports where you can get rid of that excess stress and that, you know, that tension inside, because severe migraines can really, really dog this combination. And you know, depression, extreme cases of depression, bipolar, etc., can really dog this combination if they don't, you know, learn how to release it. If they get into their 30s and their 40s and they haven't learned that, they're going to have a very hard time. And so are their partners, and so are the people that love them and who are around them, family, to sort of understand them and help them, because they're closed in. They won't really let anybody know they're true in themselves. So it's very important that you learn some techniques and some activities that's going to let that stress on a regular basis. I don't mean sort of once a month, etc. I mean on a regular basis, because, you know, with the dragon, especially with the Sag, it builds up quick in there because of the deep thoughts. Therefore, you know, they can be, you know, in serious trouble with some mental health issues here. So as long as we get on top of that, and I really hope they do, and you know, they're such a wonderful combination. They've got so much, you know, that they can aim for, so much in their capabilities, that they get that in place. You know, the world's their oyster. So let's find them a fantastic match. And I love the dragons with the rats. The rats are a really, really good match. The rats are very, very good company, and they'll be very loyal. They'll be a very loyal match here, especially if you meet in your 20s, late 20s and that. And okay, the rat's got some nervous energy, but you'll never feel alone. You'll always have somebody to talk to, and ultimately someone who will listen to you. The rat's very, very good at that. They can talk all day long to each other, any fears, you know, and the dragon will open up here. So let's look for the Leo rats, the Libra rats, the Aquarius rats, and the Aries rat. They're all excellent matches there, so, you know, let's get involved there, you know, and it's a wonderful combination. We also need the monkey family. The monkey family works ever so hard for the dragon. They share a lot of common ambitions, and the monkey will get to where it wants to go as quick as possible, and we spoke about this, but they will do it for their loved ones. They will do this, and they will take the stress at front of the house when the dragon's feeling this pressure. And, you know, the monkeys are diving there, help out. They're not afraid to roll up their sleeves and say, hey, and they can put a smile on it, and you can feel a very good teamwork here. Plus, you'll earn some very good money together, okay? And, you know, you'll like to spend it as well, but hey, that's what it's there for. So let's look for the Leo monkey, the Libran monkey, the Aquarius monkey, and also the Aries monkey. Fantastic matches there. The ones to avoid for the dragon, well, it's always the dog and vice versa. As adaptable as the dog can be, they'll both be very, very anxious. The dog's outwardly showing it, and the dragon will be inwardly, and you'll probably give each other a nervous breakdown. So let's avoid that. That's not a good match for either of you. So, as I say, apart from the very serious migraines, also the mental health issues that can come along, very severe depression, and as I say, we talked about techniques and getting diagnosed early. The Sagittarian dragon can enjoy a very healthy and long life, so just get it spotted early and boom, you know, the world's your oyster, and I hope you find that match. Well, thanks very much. Please tune in to the next issue. Goodbye.